Okay, this is basically a part two. In part one, I talked about the exercises that I did to lose weight. Now, this is actually talking about the food. And in part one, I also said that I would address the skin. You watch shows like The Biggest Loser, and they never address the issue of extra skin. You never hear about it, but you know when those people lose 200 pounds, they have a lot of skin. I had a lot of skin. My total weight loss was about 80 pounds. And I had a lot of skin. I had it, I'll stand up. I had skin, it was like a, what would you call it, like an apron? It hung right here. All of my skin was right here, and I had some here on the side. And so I would literally, this is going to be TMI for some of you, you might not want to hear this, I would tuck it into my underwear. I had these big grandma underwear that I had had since I weighed a lot, and I would literally take the skin and tuck it in, and then put my pants on. And even though I got down to a smaller size in jeans, I was still tucking that skin in. So what I did, we lost all of our major weight in 2007, and that was really fast. I waited 3 years. I wanted to make sure that I could maintain that weight for a long time, that I wasn't going to slip back and be obese again. I waited 3 years, and then I decided I wanted to have a tummy tuck. I wanted to have all of that skin removed. Because after you've gone through losing all the weight, you've done all that work, you don't feel that way when you see all of that skin. It's like, you do it and you've lost the weight, and then you just have all this, and it doesn't make you feel good. And it doesn't make you look you don't look your very best that you can look. For example, for women, dresses. There's many dresses that are just flat fronts, and I still, even though I was thin, I could not wear those dresses because you could see the skin, you could see the big bulge underneath that fabric. So in order to rectify that, I had to have surgery. So,
when I lost weight, it was funny
oh,
because
yeah.
I didn't have any extra skin really.
No, Kevin, as a man, it made me sick.
Because I lost about 80 or 90 pounds.
Kevin lost 80 or 90 pounds. He had no extra skin at all. He had none. A lot of men have that same extra skin that women do. Kevin did not. So just, if you're a guy, don't think that you're necessarily, if you lose weight, that you're going to have that, because he did not. His stomach literally went down flat. He had no trouble at all. So it just made me sick. That's one of those things, just like when men lose weight faster, and it's easier for most men than it is women. That's another one of those things with him. He didn't have to do anything, and he just looked skinny as can be. But I after 3 years, I had the surgery. I consider it, to this day, I work as hard as I do to maintain this weight, because to me it was an investment. We spent, what was it, like $9,000?
Eight something now.
Yeah, $8,000 or $9,000 on this surgery. So Kevin works very hard for our money. This wasn't something that insurance covered. We had to pay for this totally, come out of pocket for this. So because he works so hard, and I respect him and I respect the money that he earns, I wasn't going to let him pay for this major surgery and then me, strap on the feed bag and start eating again right after. You have to, like I said earlier, I have in the video before, I have a kind of a go big or go home personality. I'm all or nothing personality. So to this day, that's why I work so hard. But anyway, when we first started out, that's the surgery. I had the surgery. I wanted to get that out of the way. I wanted to talk about the skin, because I know a lot of people don't. If you have questions, completely willing. I'm open to answer anything. And if I get a lot of questions about that surgery, I can do another video. I don't mind at all. I just don't know. I don't know what kind of questions you would have about that, specific questions, but I'll answer anything that you have. But as far as the food goes, Kevin and I, when we started out, we were 1,000 calorie a day diet. We did not go over 1,000 calories. Because that is so severe, I started losing my hair, like a lot of hair. But that wasn't until after like 3 months had gone by. I lost weight really fast, and it was the change in my body. I have someone else that I know very well just recently lost a lot of weight quickly, and she too was losing her hair like crazy. But she's not losing her hair. I mean, I didn't have bald spots or anything like that. It was just some hair loss. But it was more than normal.
It was thinner than it normally would be.
Right. So she's not losing her hair anymore either, because she's lost the weight now and she's at a steady pace. Once I got to a steady pace, I wasn't losing my hair any longer. So that is just one of the side effects of doing this so quickly. Because I did lose it all in like 6 months, I lost some hair. It's not a big deal. To me, it was worth it. It's not like I went bald or anything. But that's one of the things that Kevin wanted me to make sure that I mentioned. He, of course, didn't lose any hair at all. He was perfectly fine, but that's the difference between men and women. So,
of course, I'm just losing hair all the time anyway, so I wouldn't have noticed if I lost more hair.
You're funny. So we stayed at 1,000 calories or under, pretty much right there at the 1,000 calorie a day mark. Sometimes when I went to bed at night, my stomach would rumble. That's one of those things that happens. To me, I considered that a victory for me. Yay, I'm going to bed. I've lasted one more day. One more day has gone by. Stomach's rumbling a little bit, but that was success for me. That made me feel good that one more day had gone by. I had lost that weight that day. Maybe I had lost a couple of ounces, but that was a victory in my mind. So I want to show you some pictures. I could have just added these at the end of the video, but then I couldn't talk. So I'm going to try to show you some pictures of the foods that we ate and maybe talk about them a little bit. I don't know that there's a lot I can say. These pictures were probably taken back in 2007 when we started. I don't think... I don't know if they make some of these. They're going to be in different boxes. I absolutely love these Ritz 100 calorie snacks by Nabisco. They do not carry them in my area, and I can't even find those online anymore. Ashley love these Chips Ahoy bars. Don't think you can find those anymore, but I'm going to show you some food that you can find. Okay, this was one of our go-to meals.
That was the daily staple.
Yes, every day. The 35 calorie bread, you get you can have like 6 slices of this stuff because it's so thin for 45, 50 calories. Most of them are 50 calories.
And if you want to get them now, they've changed the packaging. Just look at the back and don't get the ones that list it by ounce. Do the ones that say so many slices.
Yeah, because normally it's about 6 slices for 50 calories. And then 2% cheese. That's just a change you have to make. 2% cheese, because we were used to having regular cheese. You just have to do it. Mustard has no calories at all if you get regular yellow mustard. And then light mayonnaise. Kevin likes mayonnaise on his sandwich, so you know, if you want it, you have to go light or you don't have it at all.
And it doesn't taste very good.
No, it's not. It's not bad, it just doesn't have all that flavor. But neither does the cheese. The cheese doesn't have all the flavor either, but you have to be willing to make changes. These are, those are frozen meals that Kevin ate. I did not eat those. Do they still make these?
I have not seen those.
So, I don't know if you can get those.
They make some of those.
These are absolutely wonderful. These sandwiches... Ice cream sandwiches like this. What are those called? Skinny cows?
Slim-A-Bear.
Yeah, but they make Skinny Cow makes them too.
Oh yeah, I think they're a little more calories.
The Skinny Cow sandwiches like this are wonderful. That was our sweet snack. We would eat. I guess I should. You should talk about the 9 o'clock and the 10 o'clock.
I don't remember. You'd have to.
Okay, hold on. We basically would, since we only got 1,000 calories a day, we save up our calories all day long because.
Well, you can tell how. What did we eat? We ate lunch.
Yeah, we really aren't breakfast eaters anyway. So we would eat a very small lunch,
Sandwich and a chip, 100-calorie chip.
Yeah, like 200 calories at the most for lunch, and that sounds awful. But then we would eat something for dinner, like a sandwich and a 100-calorie bag of chips. So we would save up all of our calories for nighttime, really. And so at 9 o'clock, we still do this to this day. We save up so that at 9 o'clock we can have a salty snack, and then at 10 o'clock we get a sweet snack. And we're very schedule-oriented people. We like being on a schedule. We eat dinner at 6 o'clock. That's just when we eat. At lunch we eat around 11 or 12. Dinner's at 6 o'clock. And then you get a snack at 9 and you get a snack at 10.
And I would get hungry though, and I would eat something, a 100-calorie snack at 3 as well.
Yeah, Kevin
and you
ate.
did a few times.
A few times I would eat the Ritz snacks that I would show. 100-calorie Ritz snack at around 3 o'clock. If I couldn't have coffee, a cup of coffee is about 35 calories because of creamer. I put a lot of creamer in mine. But if I couldn't have my coffee, I would eat a Ritz snack. So these are some of the sweet snacks that we would have at 10 o'clock. And Kevin liked these. These are only 20 calories. Mm-hmm. And then the pretzels, we would buy a great big bag of pretzels and then divide those out into 100-calorie bags. They still make the 40% less fat bacon.
It's pretty good too.
100-calorie secret popcorn, as long as you don't add anything to it.
But go back. You also got the cottage cheese cups.
Oh yeah, I show a picture of those later. Yeah. And then we lived on these for dinner. For dinner, I ate the pizzas. I don't think I have a picture of the pizzas, but I like the pizzas. I like the paninis. We still eat these though. We do not eat full calorie dinners. I would not recommend going with artificial butter nowadays. This was a meal that I used to eat instead of a dinner. This was called, it was called a Blt Salad. We actually got that from a Weight Watchers cookbook, and one of these little cups, they were probably that thick. They were about 300 calories a cup, and if you want the recipe for that, just ask. This is Waldorf chicken salad, and it's about 300 calories a cup, and I would eat that instead of dinner. And if you want a video on that, I can do that too at some point. These, when Kevin and I would go for walks or when we would walk the dog, these are great to keep in your pocket. Kevin would carry some of these around in his pocket. These are 5 calories and under. So these are great to suck on if you're hungry. The Jell-O Pudding, these are 60 calories each. These are reduced calorie. I'm sure they're not many calorie. Pudding's a great thing to eat. Swiss Miss, if you want hot chocolate, get the diet because it's only 25 calories. It seems like the sugar-free has more calories than the diet. If you're going to have a low-calorie diet, don't necessarily look at sugar-free. Look to see whether it says diet or low-calorie.
I
don't know if they make these. They're really small. We don't buy those anymore. Mini clubs, we would split these up into 100-calorie bags. We quit getting these too. That's how small they are. And those are the snack bags. Everything got put in a snack bag. This is Jell-O. If you want something sweet, then Jell-O is very low calorie. And then add some...
light or fat-free or sugar-free. One of the... Look at the lowest calorie one. I can't remember.
The lowest calorie Cool Whip, and use that. These were okay. But it's a lot of... You can see what we're eating. These are the little mini cups. If you want to splurge, then get a little mini cup. Don't get the full size. These are probably 250 calories each. 240. 240, 250, 220. The American Dream's only 220. But if you want to splurge, like on a Saturday night, these are awesome. These are really, really good. I would get those. I'd eat those now. This is the low-fat cottage cheese that Kevin was talking about. And these are mini cups. Do you remember how many calories they were?
I think they're right at 100.
100 calories. And then he would put those with a tomato. And this is the pineapple with cottage cheese.
Can't find them anymore at Walmart.
And that's how that looked. These are really good. The Chex Mix bars. I don't remember how many calories those are because we haven't had them in so long.
170.
That's just another picture of sandwich food. I still eat these to this day. They're wonderful. They're about 270 calories. Really, really good. And that's how they look. Kevin likes these. The only 100 calories per cup. And they make these in strawberry too, don't they?
Raspberry. There was some other cheesecake or something.
Blueberry and oh, there's the raspberry.
They've got a new flavor too, though we haven't tried.
Kudos bars.
Can't
They sell these at Meijer.
do they?
Yeah, they sell these at Meijer. Lean Pockets, of course. Progresso. I'm in love with Progresso. I eat lots of Progresso. Mini Moon Pies. Those are only 110 calories. You can still buy the 100 calories of nuts. I don't know if they make these anymore, but they're really good. The Laughing Cow cheese, only 35 calories a wedge. And what did you add that with?
Those, like Triscuits or the Wheat Thins.
Wheat Thins,
like
just divvy out the portion. Pickles are very, no calories.
If you get the zesty dill.
Yeah, you have to buy zesty dill. They are 0 calories. You can eat that whole jar of pickles and not have 1 calorie.
Of course, you'd be sick and want to throw up.
Right. I love jalapenos. I have a video of me making just a grilled cheese sandwich with jalapenos. That's what I pair it with. 2% cheese, and it's very low calorie. These granola thins are great. Snack Wells, they make lots of those. The Weight Watchers, Weight Watchers are okay.
I didn't like that.
Warm Delights, Dippin' Sticks. Ashley eats these. There's the okay, the 100 calorie packs of Pringles, you can find these. And even if you don't buy 100 calorie, they still make these in the little cups in the variety pack, and they're only 120 calories. So for 20 calories more, you can have the real stuff, so why not? Sherbet. That's how that looked. That's the Ben & Jerry's cookie dough, the mini. And Sun Chips, I absolutely love these in the 100 calorie packs. They no longer make those, unfortunately. Can't find those anymore, sorry. And then this is just Kevin, during the summer months, he would buy a watermelon and cantaloupe and cut that up. And that was just a really refreshing snack. And then we're back to the first screen. So you can tell from all that, it's all processed. You didn't see any fruits or vegetables or anything like that in there. But that is how we still eat today. And I'm not dead yet. I guess I'm a walking science experiment. I don't know. But today, the way that I do things, I eat a lot of I like the Trader Joe's cereal. I like the Progresso soup. I eat a lot of the same things every single day. I eat a lot of the PB2 that I did a review on. I really like that because I missed my peanut butter when I lost weight. But the way I do things now, just to close out this video, because I know it's getting long, if I want to eat something extra, I get on the elliptical. I pay for it. If I want a Pop-Tart, for example, a Pop-Tart is 170 calories. I will get on that elliptical, and it will take me about 18 minutes, and I will burn off 170 calories, and then I'll go eat me not a Pop-Tart, a toaster strudel. A toaster strudel is 170 calories. I'll burn off the 170 calories, and then I'll go eat the toaster strudel. Pop-Tarts are 200 calories. I'll get on the elliptical and burn off 200 calories and then eat a Pop-Tart. So to me, it's worth getting on the elliptical to burn off those calories so that I can eat what I want, because I don't like to do without. Also, on 1 day a week, I basically, I still get on the elliptical, but I like Chick-fil-A. I absolutely love Chick-fil-A. I eat what I want. A few days ago, we ate out at Smash Burger, but it was in the middle of the week. So I made up for those calories on the elliptical because it was in the middle of the week. It wasn't planned. My treat day is Saturday. So for some reason, in my mind, it doesn't make me feel bad if I eat out on a Saturday. But I don't want to do it twice a week. I can do it once a week and get away with it and not feel bad, but I'm not going to do it twice a week. So anyway, that's all I can think of right now as far as how we lost weight and the food. And if you watch the first part of the video, then you'll see the exercises I do. But if you have any questions at all, I'm open to answering anything. Is there anything more you can think of that I need to add?
Just if you go out to eat with the internet nowadays, look up your calories before you go and have a meal planned out, so you're not sitting there looking at this huge menu with all this food that doesn't have any nutritional information at all on it. A perfect example is Subway. Subway has Build Your Sub online, and you can get all your calorie information and everything, and make. Ashley, what did she do that one time for you? She actually wrote down every ingredient.
She wrote down we wanted Subway. It was the middle of the week. It wasn't a treat night. It wasn't Saturday. It was like a Wednesday. And so she came in here and got on the internet, and she looked up exactly how many calories I was going to be eating. I got a 6-inch, no, that's a lie. I got a 12-inch sub, but I did not get any chips at all. But that 12-inch sub was only, what, 300?
Right at
400 calories.
Yeah.
But I just had a less of a snack at night. I think maybe I had a fewer crackers for my snack at night than I normally would. But I was able to eat that whole sub sandwich for 400 calories. Yeah. Some places are very annoying. Cheddar's, if you go online, Cheddar's does not have how many calories you're eating online. Cane's, we've just discovered Cane's does not have a calorie count online. Guess what? Cane's won't be getting my business either, because I want to know how many calories I'm eating, and that's important to me. Once you've lost a lot of weight, once 6 months had gone by, then Kevin and I started eating out once a week. That's when we would start going out on Saturday. And honestly, we didn't count calories at all on that day. We ate what we wanted. You know, if we wanted to go to Fridays and have the fish dinner with French fries, that's what we had. And we didn't look at calories at all. So after you've given yourself a good amount of time, a chunk of time to lose a lot of weight, then you can kind of trust yourself to only eat out once a week. Only eat out one meal once a week. So
the other thing I can think of is I'm a grazer. I like to go and snack. If I'm at home, I like to go and just grab a handful of M&Ms or whatever happens to be around. What the best advice for that is, if you're a grazer, get rid of everything you can graze and only have healthy grazing snacks.
Right.
Like grapes, oranges. I ate oranges all the time. The little cutie oranges, yeah. Which there aren't very many calories, but you can eat one of those and get your fill for a snack. So have somewhat healthier, lower
The
calorie
pickles,
alternatives
you
to
ate
it.
pickles for a
Pickles
while.
for a while, yeah. I think
He got tired of the pickles, but he
yeah.
had pickles. He had pretzels, and as far as cooking, I had one child had already left home when this started. I had another child who I used to cook Sunday dinner. I used to cook that every night. I used to cook fried chicken and pork chops and cube steaks and steak, and I would have chili and the macaroni and cheese, all that stuff. We would have that every night of the week. That's how we stayed big. So when all this weight loss started, I stopped cooking. And I bought things for Ashley that were prepackaged that she could make or I could make for her. I was willing to make anything for her. Actually, when we first started all this, I still bought a lot of the things like cube steak and pork chops and stuff like that. I would buy them and make them for her, but I wouldn't make enough for me. I would only make enough for her. And then it got to the point where I was just buying stuff that she could heat up. Like Kevin did a review like a week ago on the Hormel pot roast. That's a meal, a self-contained meal you can put in the microwave, and she could eat that and have her meat and potatoes or whatever. So if you have children, you can do it. You just have to buy things that you can heat up for them, or only buy enough for them. Don't buy enough for you two. Don't make enough for you. Only make enough for them and leave it at that so that you're not even tempted. And if they have any left on their plate, then you immediately rake it into the garbage and put something on top of it so that you're not tempted to eat any of it at all. So that's the way we did it. And Ashley had her own cabinet. Ashley, we would buy some junk food for her, but we would put it in the cabinet, and that was her food. That was stuff, and usually it was stuff that I wouldn't eat anyway. She eats things that I'm not interested in, but that was her cabinet, and those were things that I would never touch. So that helped me too. So thanks for watching, and once again, if you have any questions, just let me know.